This is your second lecture. Paper number EL6501, Unit 4, Power Electronics. Here we are discussing about the triac. In last lecture, we see what is triac, what is the function of triac, and the triac construction. Now we are discussing about the SCR equivalent circuit of triac. Now we are discussing about the SCR equivalent circuit of triac. We shall now see that a triac is the equivalent of two separate SCR connected in inverse parallel. That means anode of each connected to the cathode of the other with gate are common. Now we draw the figure which shows that the basic structure of the triac. If we split the basic structure of a triac into two halves, this is your second figure. So first figure, basic structure of the triac. So we already discussed in the last lecture number 1. This is your triac separated in 5 layers. 1, 2 and 3. This is your N1 and this is your N. So we separated and we cross this, then this is your P1, this is your N1, this is your N2, N3, N2, N3, this is your P2, this is your N4 and this is your N5. This is your MT1, this is your MT2 and this is your ground, sorry, gate. So the cross section of this, that means if we split the basic structure of the triac, we split this basic structure in here, so the figure is looks like this. It is looks like this. This is your N1, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, P1, N3, P2, P1. This is the direction, N4. This is the direction for the another half, and these two are connected. And this is nothing but this is your MT1, sorry, MT2. This is your MT1. This is your N5 and gate. So direction of the current moves like this, right? This is your negative, this is your positive. If this is your positive, and this is your negative, right? Like this. The figure consists of PNPN device. This figure consists of PNPN device. Here it is P2N3, P1N1. That means where is P2? P2N3, P1N1, P2N3, P1N1. The right side. Left side, again it consists of PNPN device, which is nothing but P1N2, P2N4, left side. That means P1, what is this? N2, P2. P1, N2, P2, N4. This portion, it is your left side portion. So I repeat from the figure. It is easy to see that we have two SCR connected in inverse parallel. The left half in the figure consists of PNPN device. Left half is consist of PNPN device, which is nothing but it is P1 from the figure, P1, N2, P2, N4, having 3 PN junctions and constitute SCR1. This is your SCR1. Similarly, the right half in the figure consists of PNPN device, This is nothing but P2 and 3 P1 and 1 having 3 PN junctions and constitutes SCR2. So this is your SCR2. The SCR equivalent circuit of the triac is known as the SCR equivalent circuit of the triac. It is nothing but it is looks like this. The first SCR, SCR1, the second SCR, SCR2, and both the SCR, this is your MT2, this is your MT1, and the gate terminal. This is your gate terminal, SCR1, SCR2. So this is the equivalent circuit of a triac by using the two SCR which are parallel but inverse with respect to each other. Suppose the main terminal MT2 is positive and main terminal MT1 is negative. That means MT2 is positive and MT1 is negative. If the triac is now fired into conduction by proper gate current, then the triac will conduct current flowing in the path left half as shown in the figure. If this is positive and this is negative, then the flow of the current is looks like this. In the relation of figure 21.4, that means in terms of this figure, the SCR1 is on and SCR2 is off. So for positive of MT2 and negative of MT1, then SCR1 is on condition and SCR2 is off condition. Now suppose MT2 is negative. Suppose MT2 is negative and MT1 is positive, and this is your MT1 is positive. If this is negative and if MT1 is positive, at that time with proper gate current, the triac will be fired into conduction. The current through the device follow the path right half. That means in this half P2, sorry, in this half P2, N3, P1, N1 in this direction. That means in relation of the SCR figure, the SCR2 is on. Here the SCR2 is on and SCR1 is off. Note that the triac will conduct current in the appropriate direction as long as the current through the device is greater than its holding current. Note that the triac will conduct the current in the appropriate direction as long as the current through the device is greater than its holding current. So I repeat the construction. If MT2 is positive with respect to MT1, then SCR1 is in on condition and SCR2 is off condition. Now if MT2 is negative with respect to MT1 is positive, at that time SCR2 is in positive, that means SCR2 is in working condition, that means it is on, and SCR1 is off. So this is the SCR equivalent circuit of the triac. This is the SCR equivalent circuit of the triac. Now we will see the triac operation. Now we will discuss about the triac operation. So triac operation, how it works. So this is the circuit. The load is necessary. This is your triac. Those are two parallel plates. Symbol of the diode. This is the gate. Again load. Then supply. Gate supply. This is switch S. This is your switch S. From the load RL, this is your AC source. This is your AC source. AC source, we draw the symbol. This is nothing but this is your RL. This is your triac. So we can write this terminal is MT2. This terminal is MT1. This terminal, it is nothing but it is your gate terminal. The figure shows the simple triac circuit. This figure is nothing but it is the simple triac circuit. The AC supply to be controlled is connected across the main, consists of battery. This is your AC supply, a current limiting resistor R and a switch S. This is current limiting resistance and the switch S. This is your switch S. The circuit action is as follows. The circuit action, first circuit action, with switch S is open. When the S is open, switch S is open, there will be no gate current and the triac is cut off. Even with no gate current, the triac can be turned on provided the supply voltage becomes equal to the breakover voltage of the triac. However, the normal way to turn on a triac is by introducing a proper gate current. Same thing, whatever we are discussing in the SCR, slightly different. I repeat, the first, when the S is open. With switch S is open, there will be no gate current and the triac is cut off. Even with no gate current, the triac can be turned on provided the supply voltage becomes equal to the breakover voltage of the triac. However, the normal way to turn on a triac is by introducing a proper gate current. By applying proper gate current, we can switch it on or we can switch it on the triac. It is the normal way. The second point we are discussing here, when switch S is closed. When switch S is closed, what happens? When the switch S is closed, the gate current starts flowing in the gate circuit in a similar manner to the SCR. The breakover voltage of the triac can be varied by making proper gate current to flow. With a few milliampere introduced at the gate, the triac will start conducting whether terminal MT2 is positive or negative with respect to MT1. So, by applying some of the voltage, when the switch S is closed, the triac is in working condition, whether it is MT2 is positive or negative with respect to MT1. Third, the terminal MT2 is positive with respect to MT1, MT2 is positive with respect to MT1. The triac turns on and the conventional current will flow from MT2 to MT1. The direction is MT2 to MT1. In this way, the flow of the current direction. Current will flow from MT2 to MT1. If the terminal MT2 is negative with respect to MT1, the triac is again turned on, but this time the conventional current flow from MT1 to MT2. From MT1 to MT2. The above action of triac reveals that it can act as an AC contactor to switch on or off alternating current to the load. The additional advantage of triac is that by adjusting the gate current to a proper value, any portion of both positive and negative half cycle of AC supply can be made to flow through the load. The permits to adjust the transfer of AC power from the source to the load. In this way, we can see the operation of the triac. That's all. Thank you.